A family limited partnership or family limited liability company is a business entity established under state law. Almost any family asset can be placed into these entities, which makes them extremely useful for families with a lot of different assets. Senior family members like to create family limited partnerships and family limited liability companies, partly to retain control over their assets and obtain some creditor protection, but mostly to receive significant, some might even say magnificent, estate and gift tax benefits. So how do these business entities work exactly? As a practical matter, they work like any other business. What that means is that after you put in a considerable amount of time, money, and effort establishing the business, you will need to expend even more effort every year maintaining it, much like you would with any business. If you don't make this effort, you run the risk of offending what the IRS has become accustomed to allowing. And if recognition of your family business is disallowed, your entire intent will be frustrated. On the other hand, when handled properly, the transfer tax benefits these business entities offer work like a charm in reducing the overall transfer tax liability of larger estates. You see, the trick to reducing the transfer tax liability on an estate is to make it appear small. The less there is to tax. And there are a number of ways to do this, but with family limited partnerships and family limited liability companies, this is primarily done through a concept known as discounts. Discounts allow for a decrease in the fair market value of the assets that are in the family business, and they accomplish this amazing feat simply by being held differently than 100% in your name alone. In other words, when property is placed in a business entity and divided up among two or more people, the fractured ownership is worth less than whole or complete ownership. In fact, like magic, it is not uncommon to shave off a third or more of your asset's value for tax purposes, simply by the way it is being held. For families with substantial assets, owning them in this manner can make a huge difference to the overall transfer tax liability on their estate. So there you have it. The discussion here has been extremely oversimplified to try and encourage understanding. Family limited partnerships and family limited liability companies are great devices experienced estate planners use to lessen the transfer tax liability of an estate. But these businesses require a bit of work and that you be extremely careful not to trigger adverse tax consequences. On balance, however, the benefits of transfer tax relief usually outweighs the burdens of administering the business. To find out more, please schedule a free appointment here at the Trust Store.